Back again with another video, guys. In this video I'm going to show you how to code for a program which converts numbers like these into the octal numbers. And the concept that we're going to be using in this video is going to be the same as we did before. The concept is that if the number happens to be less than 1, then what we're going to do is we're going to insert into our list 0, and if the number happens to be more than 1 and less than 2, then what we're gonna do is gonna write insert 1, and then we're gonna subtract 1 from the number itself. We're gonna multiply it by 8, and we're gonna repeat the process until it comes out to be 0. So here I'm gonna define my variable called number, and it's gonna be float since it is less than 1. So I'm going to define my input, and where the user is going to enter the number, and what I'm going to do next is define my octal list. Okay, list is going to be empty, and I'm going to define while loop for the variable number not equals to 0, semicolon. And I'm going to define, and in this while loop what I'm going to do is I'm going to define mag. Let's set it equal to 8 multiplied by number. Okay, it's gonna keep repeating itself until it comes out to be 0. And the next thing, what we're gonna do is going to define if statement. If the number happens to be greater or equal to 1, and mag not equal to 0. And another condition, if mag happens to be less than 2. Okay, and now then what I'm going to do is going to modify my number. Like, I'm going to subtract 1 from the number. I'm going to set it equal to now I'm going to set my number equal to mag, and then I'm going to insert this at index 0. I'm going to insert 1, and the next thing, what I'm going to do is going to define elif statement for my mag. If it happens to be greater or equal to 2, then and less than 3. Okay, less than 3, then what I'm going to do is it's going to modify my mag as follows. I'm going to subtract 2, and I'm going to set it equal to number, and then I'm going to insert octal dot insert say comma 2. That's what I'm going to insert into my list. And so I don't want to waste your time, and I have done it already, so I'm going to copy and paste, and as you guys will see in second, and that's it. And I'm going to explain now. What happens is, let me just write just a few, bear with me guys, few seconds. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to define my mag equals octal. I'm going to reverse the order. So for that, what I'm going to do is this thing over here that's going to reverse the order, and the next thing, what I'm going to do is the last thing. I'm going to print, left formatted, your octal number is clone. I'm going to insert my variable called meg as we defined over here. I'm gonna let's see if it works. I'm going to enter any number. For example, if I want to enter point 0.125, then it must give me 0.1. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 0.1. And now next thing that I'm gonna type, for example, if I want to do like this, so you guys can check if it's correct online. You know, that's how we should approach this program. And now I'm gonna explain why it happens like that. So for example, if I typed in 0.125, then what it's gonna do is this. For example, if I have written this 0.125, then uh, it's gonna multiply it by 8. This is not 0, okay? 0.125 is not 0, then it's gonna be multiplied by 8, and it comes out to be 1. Then it's gonna go in, it's gonna go to this statement, and if the number is greater than 1 or equal to 1, then it's gonna go into this, and subtract 1 from 1, that's gonna be 0. A number be 0, then when this loop ends, and we're gonna insert this value at the index of 0, we're gonna be inserting 1 at index 0, and that's what we get over here. Let me type in. Okay, this is 0.1. Okay, so that's the conversion uh, in octal from decimal. A decimal conversion into the octal. Okay, let's type in anything. For example, if I want to type 0.25, then what can I do? Let's see what happens. It's 0.2, because as you see, 2 by 8 is 0.25. Okay, 2 by 8, 0.2. 2 by 8 is 0.25 in decimal, so that verifies it. Okay, no need to explain. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one, and I'll be doing some more videos, so don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you guys liked it, and peace.